What's up, you guys? This is JYoungGo2 back with another video, and in this video today I'm going to be discussing the truth about Zach Lavine. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on post notifications as well too. Anyways, let's get into it. This season for the Chicago Bulls, Zach Lavine has definitely made his case for possibly being an all-star this year. Even though it's still early in the NBA season, Zach Lavine is putting up career numbers. He's averaging 27.2 points per game. He's shooting over 50% from the field. He's averaging 5 rebounds, and he's getting 5.5 assists. And he's the leading scorer, obviously, on this Bulls team. He's the primary scorer on this Bulls team. This dude, he takes a lot of shots per game, and he's been very efficient from the field. And thus far, he's helped the Bulls win their last 3 straight games. We've really seen Zach Lavine's game really transition. The guy has always been very talented, but once he was traded to the Chicago Bulls, this was truly his opportunity to grow, and now we've truly seen what he can possibly be. And about 2 years ago, I made a video on the NBA teams with the brightest futures, and one of those teams I put on that list was the Chicago Bulls. And this season thus far, the Chicago Bulls have a 7-8 record. It's still obviously not a winning record out in the Eastern Conference, but I still believe that Chicago Bulls, if not this season, next season will definitely be a much better team. But despite that, they still have a lot of decisions that they have to make. And one of those decisions that they're going to have to make this coming off season is Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen is about to be a restricted free agent. And this season, he's definitely played very well so far during this NBA season as well. And those two guys, Zach Lavine and Lauri Markkanen, are really the two core pieces for the Bulls franchise. But he's definitely going to be the first question about, and that's because, as I said, he's going to be a restricted free agent. And being a restricted free agent does mean that, the Bulls, they can match any team's offer that they give him. But there still remains an uncertainty about them deciding on re-signing Lauri Markkanen and him being the face of your franchise. But not only that, you have Zach Lavine, who will be a free agent in 2022. And, looking at the projector right now of the Chicago Bulls, it's still really uncertain that if Zach Lavine will end up staying or not. Because, Zach Lavine is about to be 26 next season. And when you turn 26, you're about to enter your prime. So truly, for Zach Lavine, this could be an opportunity to explore many other options for him in free agency and really, try to finally compete in the playoffs. The guy was on the Timberwolves and he really never got a chance to make it into the playoffs. Then he got traded to the Chicago Bulls in a rebuilding situation on this team, but there may be a chance that they have to let him go. And, the Bulls, they have some really solid young talent on their team with Wendell Carter Jr., you have Kobe White, and you also have really good role players as well on the team. But there still remains an uncertainty about Zach Lavine and his future in Chicago. But one thing I do believe is that if the Chicago Bulls have a much better season, then they can possibly, re-sign Zach Lavine if they have a really, good season this year. But, there may be a chance that they may not. He's basically somewhat in the same situation that Devin Booker was in with the Phoenix Suns. This guy is a very young and talented player, and he still has a lot of room to grow. And if you remember, he was actually about to leave the Chicago Bulls after his rookie contract was done. He was going to go and sign with the Sacramento Kings, but the Bulls, they matched his offer, and he re-signed back with the Bulls. So for Zach Lavine, it's definitely still an uncertainty, but in my opinion, personally, Zach Lavine, he has the talent to be a franchise player on a really good, solid team. A very young team as well, too. And right now, being on the Chicago Bulls, he's obviously the franchise player. And when you look at the Chicago Bulls, it's kind of, sad, because this team, this is one of the biggest markets in the entire NBA. You're playing in Chicago. I mean, they've gotten championships. I mean, the last time they won was when who was there, but you would really expect that the Bulls would be a team that is constantly competing because, as I said before, they have a big market city. It's a big marketplace, and it's really shocking that guys don't really want to go and play in Chicago. But the Bulls, over the last few years, they haven't really been good with the coaching. The coaching's definitely been an issue for this team, but they have been doing much better drafting really good guys on the team. Another scenario could be for the Chicago Bulls is that they trade away Zach Lavine and you get a bunch of assets in return for him. And that may also be another route that they go, because in my opinion, personally, I believe that Zach Lavine, I don't really think it will be worth it for him to stay on the Chicago Bulls. And I feel like, personally, in my opinion, they won't really go anywhere with him. It's way too much talent out in the Eastern Conference for the Bulls to actually compete anyways. I mean, this team, they still have a few more years until they're really good. And in my opinion, personally, I don't believe that Lavine Markkanen, as good as he is, he's a really good player. But I don't really think he's going to be that superstar, all-star level player that, he was expected to be. He hasn't been like that for the past, 3-4 years now of his NBA career. And he's now finally playing good for once. But overall, though, for Zach Lavine, he's definitely proved that he's undoubtedly an all-star caliber player and that he can really be one of your key guys on a really good team, in my opinion, personally, and on a rebuilding team. This guy has definitely transformed his game. Most people knew him for his dunking ability, but nobody knew that this guy's one of the best shooters as well in the entire NBA. And overall, he's one of the most skilled guards in the league, and he's definitely proved this season as well that he's one of the best guards in the Eastern Conference. Sadly, him and Bradley Beal are basically in the same type of predicament, but his team is actually a little bit better. But just imagine, though, if the Timberwolves actually kept Zach Lavine instead of trading him away. Could have possibly been a totally different scenario today. But the Bulls, they're going to try their best to keep Zach Lavine on this team, and they may also end up trading away Lavine Markkanen. You never know. There is lots of guys on their team that they can trade away to really clear out some cap space as well, too. There's many scenarios for the Chicago Bulls team and where they can go in the future. But a guy that they definitely want to keep, obviously, is Zach Lavine. But looking at the trajectory of the Chicago Bulls, it actually may be best to trade away Zach Lavine for more assets and really, truly rebuilding your team in the future and letting him go compete in the playoffs. And, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, so there's going to be an option for him to go anywhere he wants. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more basketball content. Have a good day. Peace.